Hi everybody, I'm Jake Kevorkian, and I want to welcome you to our corporate headquarters here for our very first, actually it's our second, but first tonight, our second tonight I should say, National PBR Night. And I want to welcome everyone across the country, in the United States, Canada, and believe it or not, we had folks from the UK listening at our prior broadcast. We actually did a broadcast at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And now for you folks out on the West Coast, here we are back at 7 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific time. And I want to welcome, I'm here with my partner, Chris Kent. As I said, I'm Jake Kevorkian. And I want to give you a little background on myself and have Chris talk about his background and our third partner and their relationship together over the past 30-something years together. And kind of share with you a concept of how we came up with the idea of this company. And I got to send out this email. I'm being taught here to give out this email. If you guys have any questions throughout the broadcast, we want you to email them to us at live@numisnetwork.com. Okay, live@numisnetwork.com. Any questions you have, and then Chris and I, at the end of the broadcast, are going to have an opportunity to answer any questions you may have. So before we get into the presentation and share with you the concept that we have here, you know, my background is over 20 years I've been involved in the network marketing, direct sales industry, and only been with two companies over that 20-year period, one of which I was not only the top income earner in that company, but went on to purchase that company and run it as owner and president for about 10 years. And then had the opportunity in 2007 to sell my interest in that company back to my business partner and join Chris Kent and Ian Cordell and launch this company, Numis Network, that we're going to be discussing tonight in August of 2009. And we are very, very excited about the opportunity we have here. And again, for all the guests out there that have taken time out of your busy schedules, I appreciate your time and thank you for being with us. And hopefully you'll see an opportunity here for yourself and your family. If maybe you're looking for a plan B or additional streams of income, we've got a business we're very excited about and we feel like is very timely. But Chris, before we get into Numis and talk about the product and compensation plan, tell the listeners, or I should say the viewers in this case, a little bit about yourself and our other partner, Ian Cordell, and your history together.
Well, thanks, Jake. You know, as you mentioned, you've been in the industry for 20-plus years, so have Ian and myself. My partner, Ian Cordell, and I started our first network marketing company actually in 1994. I was introduced to this concept shortly after I graduated from college. I went into the insurance industry, which introduced me to residual income. But then I found out that network marketing, you could actually make residual income that was leveraged, and that was obviously much more appealing to me. And so Ian and I started our first company in 1994. As I mentioned, it was in the telecommunications industry, so we kind of timed that industry just right. And we're going to be talking a lot about timing here tonight and why this is such a great time to be part of our company and our product. But at the time when we got into the telecommunications industry, it was just exploding. So we had a lot of success, even though we didn't know a whole lot about network marketing. And then Ian and I went on to, in literally 2001, about 10 years ago, we founded a software development company that actually makes software for other direct sales network marketing companies. So over the last 10 years, we've literally programmed compensation plans and back offices for other network marketing companies, and we've seen a lot go on in the industry. And then, you know, we had the good fortune of coming across this concept and teaming up with you and launching Numis Network in 2009, and we're obviously very excited about this opportunity. And again, we want to welcome everybody out there, all of our guests that are watching this live broadcast. This is the first night that we've ever broadcasted live here from corporate. So welcome, and we hope you enjoy the opportunity and what we're going to share with you tonight.
And another reason we're so excited is what we're doing here and what we're going to be talking about has never been done before in the network marketing industry. We've got this first mover advantage, if you will. No one has ever marketed gold and silver collectible coins like we're going to be talking about tonight. So again, we think it's a tremendous opportunity and very timely, and we'll talk about why later. But you know, as Chris mentioned, we started this company in 2009, and if you think back to 2008, beginning of 2009, that's when the economy really began to unravel. And we You know, I think it was possibly the worst economic times we've seen maybe since the Great Depression. And oftentimes people would ask us the question, why in the world would you start a company during these crazy economic times? And it was really out of that as a need we saw any time, we've recognized over the years that any time the economy is suffering, that's when people are looking for opportunities. So we knew that with a down economy, there were going to be more people than ever before looking for a plan B or looking for an additional stream of income. And that was really the reason we started the company in 2009. But before we get into talking about the product, why don't you take us back to like 2008, 2009. We talk about this global financial crisis that we all experienced. But why don't you touch on some of the reasons why we got in such a mess?
Well, I think that to understand our opportunity here at Numis Network, you really have to kind of understand how we got to this point in time in 2008 where we had this global meltdown of the financial markets and really what caused it and how we got there. So if you go back to the early 60s and 50s and 40s, all of our coinage in the United States was made out of silver. So literally, if you had a silver dollar or even a dime or a quarter, those coinage was made out of 90% silver, and today there's no silver in our coinage. So our coins have no precious metals in them. Back in the 60s, if you had a paper dollar, it was actually a silver certificate, not a Federal Reserve note. And then in 1971, President Nixon took us and the world completely off of the gold standard so that our money here in the United States and globally is no longer backed by precious metals. And Jake, at that time, the U.S. was actually the largest creditor nation in the world. Since that time, the government has been able to print an unlimited amount of money.
Right.
And what we've seen it cause is over $14 trillion in debt. And it's caused credit bubbles like the housing market, like the NASDAQ market.
So we're no longer the largest creditor nation in the world.
Today, the United States is actually the largest debtor nation in the world. So understanding how we got to 2008 is very important in understanding the timeliness of our opportunity here at Numis Network, because it reverts all back to we're looking at a concept here of doing something very different than any other network marketing company in history. Is we're sharing with people a simple concept of, transferring some of your paper assets into precious metal assets.
Right, and again, that's for the guests out there tonight that are watching this for the first time and just learning about Numis. Understand that what Chris just said is exactly what we get paid to do, and that is share this concept of transferring paper assets into a precious metal asset. And I just want to share an example to sort of bring it home, and we talk about the fact that our paper currency that we carry around and we use for trade is no longer backed by anything, and the purchasing power of our paper money has continued to decline over the years. And just as a little example, back in 1966, many people watching tonight, maybe you can remember 1966. It happened to be the year I was born, so I don't have very many memories of it, but in 1966, you could actually walk into a Ford dealership, and if you had 2,500 paper dollars or 2,500 silver dollars, you could pay cash for that Ford Mustang and drive it off the lot. Now, if you fast forward to today, 2011, if you were to walk into a Ford dealership with 2,500 paper dollars, you might get yourself a small down payment. However, if you still had those 2,500 silver dollars from 1966, you could still pay cash for not one, but 3 Ford Mustangs and have money left over. So that just gives you an example of how precious metals, in this case silver, has held its value over time and how paper money has continued to decline over time. And again, it's back to your concept. All we're doing is we're teaching people that concept, and I truly believe if you know and care and love someone, you really owe it to them to share this idea with them. And we're going to show you a way in just a minute that you can join our Silver Coin of the Month Club and actually start transferring some of those paper assets into silver dollars?
Well, I think that that's one of the reasons that we've seen the huge increase in demand in gold and silver over the last 10 years is that more and more people are becoming aware of the fact that the paper dollars have been declining for the last 10 years, 20 years, 50 years in value. And most people understand the concept of, yes, it's probably a better idea to collect some silver dollars instead of keep collecting only paper dollars.
Right.
And that's why we've seen the huge demand in gold and silver, which ultimately creates an unbelievable opportunity for us here at Numis Network.
With our Silver Coin of the Month club that we're going to be talking about. And by the way, that is the foundation of what we do. That is our core product, if you will, is this Silver Coin of the Month club. And Chris, if you would, touch on the unique aspects of the Silver Coin of the Month Club and talk about how people can participate and some of the advantages that people have just by being, whether you work the business or not, some of the advantages you have by being part of the Silver Coin of the Month Club.
Well, I think that, to understand the opportunity here at Numis and our Silver Coin of the Month Club, I really need to take people back and share with them a little bit of history about how silver and gold numismatic coins, specifically modern issue coins, started to become really popular in the numismatic industry. And to understand that, well, let's talk a little bit about how we started Numis Network. Back in 2008, when Jake and I decided that we wanted to get back in the industry, first of all, we talked a lot about doing something different, something that's unique. Let's find a product that nobody had ever marketed before. Let's have that first mover advantage because timing is so critical in business. And
Which was not an easy task, by the way.
No, and I had seen hundreds and hundreds. Literally, I had probably seen in the last 10 years before we started Numis Network, 400 to 500 different network marketing products come through our software company. So I'd seen every type of product you could imagine. So we kind of felt after a while that it had all been done. It was kind of through as we described the history, you and I went to a hockey game one night, which is right across the street from corporate office here, the Tampa Bay Lightning game. And we were sitting in my suite one night with a good friend of ours, Mike Mezak. And Mike Mezak works on the Home Shopping Network selling gold and silver numismatic coins. And we started talking to him about the coins, and we started getting very excited once we realized that Mike Mezak, the previous year, told us that he had sold over $100 million in coins, and he works about 8 hours a month. So
2 hours a week, $100 million a year.
So we knew the opportunity was huge. And we knew that it had never been done in network marketing history because once Mike told us the history of how he got started selling coins, we realized that this is something that was brand new.
Right.
Even though it was the fastest growing segment of the numismatic industry, one of the largest segments of the numismatic industry, this was still relatively new to the marketplace, which gave us an opportunity to have that first mover advantage. So how did modern issue gold and silver coins really start to get graded and certified? Well, you kind of have to go back to 1999 when we had the Y2K scare. Do you remember that time when everybody was afraid?
In a panic.
In a panic. They thought that the world was going to end, our computers are going to crash, and all my money's going to be gone out of my bank account when I wake up tomorrow morning after after December 31st, 1999, Y2K is going to hit. So
time to flock to silver and gold.
Everybody, in times of uncertainty, in times when people are fearful, they always flock to silver and gold. It's kind of the base that people, and we see that more so today in today's uncertain environment. More and more people are looking to silver and gold. But in 1999, the U.S. Mint actually could not keep up with demand. There was so much demand for silver and gold that the U.S. Mint could not mint enough coins to keep up with demand. So from that, Mike Mezak and some of his partners got the great idea to let's take some modern issue numismatic coins, let's grade and certify them. And what they quickly realized is that not all of the brand new coins that come from the mint, they're not all perfect.
Right.
And there's literally only about 10% of these coins are in perfect condition. And what collectors are looking for is they're looking for perfect condition coins. Now, in numismatics, we call that a 70. And it can be a mint state 70 or proof 70. And the graders of these coins are Annex, PCGS, and NGC. So we use all the top graders. But the great thing is that when they started grading these coins, what they found is that collectors absolutely love them. And when the industry really launched was 2006. It was 2006. The Mint came out with a very special set of coins, the U.S. Mint, the 2006 Silver and Gold Eagle anniversary sets. And it had some very specially minted coins that had never been done before. And we saw the demand at that time go through the roof. All three of the major grading companies got involved. And so it was only a few years after that that we started Numis Network.
Yeah, and it's through that conversation with Mike. I mean, as entrepreneurs, you can imagine, Chris and I were very excited when we learned that this was a $100 billion industry, which is massive. I mean, that's $11 million per hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. That's massive numbers. But here's an individual that did $100 million himself in 1 year in sales. So we recognized a huge opportunity. Again, as Chris said, we saw an opportunity to have that first mover advantage, and I
want to talk about some of the advantages of the Silver Coin of the Month Club.
Right.
Because there's a couple of things that makes our Silver Coin of the Month Club very unique. Number one, when we looked at history, we tried to really look out into the future and say, what coins are going to be worth the most money 5 and 10 years from now? Because everybody knows that numismatic coins, a 2011 coin is not as valuable as a 2005 coin, because of the age and the demand. So when you get a coin from Numis Network, we try to look to the future and say what coins today are going to be the highest in demand 5 and 10 and 15 years from now.
Right.
And when you get coins from Numis Network, you get coins like the 92 Australian Kookaburra, or the special wildlife series from Canada that you can't find anywhere else except at Numis Network. And then, so not only do we focus on coins that are very difficult and hard to find, but we also focus on allowing our Silver Coin of the Month Club members to collect a very valuable asset over time by collecting sets of coins. Because when you collect in sets, it actually makes your collection much more valuable.
Sure.
Because people would rather have a set of coins than one individual coin. So we actually deal with the 7 largest government mints in the world. The Australian Perth Mint from Australia, the U.S. Mint, Canadian Mint, the mint in Mexico, China, and Austria. So we deal with the largest mints in the world. We get the coins that are hard to get, and we allow you to collect in sets so that ultimately that asset that you're building becomes more valuable over time.
Yeah, and we often talk about, we obviously have competitors, and as far as pricing goes, we're very, very competitive. In fact, we're less than most of our competitors for all of our coins, and we absolutely crush the competition with certain unique coins that we have the ability to get to through some of our strategic partners. But as Chris said, it's this idea of creating sets of coins, and again, looking out into the future and knowing what's going to be valuable 5 years from today. And perhaps some of the coins that we market, you can't even find some of these coins on the internet today. So at Numis Network, we're literally creating this market for them, and it's very, very exciting. And, to me, I think one of the most important things you can consider when starting a new venture or starting a new business is timing. If the timing is not on your side, it becomes very, very difficult to be successful. And when you look at Numis Network, the timing is very advantageous on several different levels. First of all, when you look at the economies, as we said, unfortunately, the economy is suffering, not just in the U.S. and Canada, but around the world. But what that presents to you and I is an opportunity that we have more people than ever looking for additional ways to make money, looking for that plan B. And so we have this business that we can share with them. And again, we have a bigger pool of people to talk to than ever before. So from that standpoint, the timing is on our side. Second of all, the product, gold and silver, I think it speaks for itself.
Well, when it comes to gold and silver, we like to say here at Numis Network, Jake, is that I believe that we actually have the first product in network marketing history that you actually wouldn't mind having a garage full of.
Who wouldn't want a garage full of gold and silver coins? So, you pick up newspapers, you pick up a magazine, you turn on the TV or radio, everyone in the media is talking about gold and silver. So again, the timing from that standpoint is on our side. And finally, from a corporate standpoint, We have approximately 20,000 representatives total that have joined our team throughout the United States, Canada, and United Kingdom, soon to be all over the globe. So the timing from that standpoint is perfect. We've crossed that 2-year mark. All the systems are in place, the leadership's in place, the training and support is in place, yet we haven't hit critical mass yet. And we all know how important it is to be positioned with companies, not just network marketing companies, but any company. I mean, if you look at Microsoft, there were secretaries at Microsoft that became multimillionaires just because they were there in the beginning. So from a corporate standpoint, timing is on your side with Numis Network, and that kind of leads us into what I think most people are here for tonight, is to learn how to make some money. And I'm going to have Chris go over the compensation plan in detail and share with you a couple of different ways that we earn money. Understand there's about 13 different ways to generate money with our compensation plan. He's going to go over a couple of them tonight, some of the foundation core ways that we generate money with the company. But let me just say this before he does that, is that Chris and Ian, my other partner, our other partner, have this company that we referred to earlier called IDSTC, and for the past 10 years, they have been consulting with startup network marketing companies, helping them design their compensation plans, and then ultimately writing the software technology that allows those companies to run. So a lot of people have opinions on what compensation plans should be and how they should pay. But what we have here at Numis Network is 10 years of real-life experience, and these guys have taken the best of a couple of different compensation plans, one that produces immediate income, another one that produces residual long-term income, and I believe we've got a compensation plan that is absolutely second to none. So, Chris, if you would, just share a couple of the concepts with the guest and show them how, when they join our company, they can generate money.
Absolutely, Jake. And as you mentioned, when we looked at starting our own company after helping and consulting with over 400 different companies in our industry over the last 10 years, we took the best of the compensation plans, and we really developed kind of a hybrid compensation plan that had never been done before. We took the best compensation plan from the standpoint of compensating representatives immediately, and we took the best compensation plan from the standpoint of compensating reps from a residual long-term situation. So we combined these, and then as you mentioned, there's about 13 total ways that you can make money inside our compensation plan, but we're only going to focus on a couple tonight. And thanks to technology today, I have an iPad here and I can actually show you exactly how the compensation plan works. So we're going to start off tonight by taking a look at the immediate income, because I think whether you're looking to make a couple $100 extra a month for a car payment, maybe you're looking to make a couple of extra $1,000 for some Christmas gifts or holiday presents, maybe you're looking to pay off some credit cards or bills or save for retirement, we've got a way that you can make immediate income inside Numis Network through something that's called our legacy coded bonus. Now, there's several different bonuses that go along with the legacy bonus, but this really is the most powerful way to compensate representatives immediately. So I want to show you exactly how this works. And when you become a representative with Numis Network, you're going to have the option to buy our Fast Track Collector's Kit. And when you do, that triggers a whole lot of bonuses for the representatives inside Numis. So I'm going to share with you how this works. And this circle here would be you. And if you went out and enrolled 3 people in Numis Network who all purchased the Fast Track Collector's Kit, you're going to make a Fast Start bonus of $100 for each person. So if you have 3 people that purchase the Fast Track Collector's Kit, you're going to get, once again, you're going to receive $100 per person. That's going to be $300 in Fast Track bonuses. So that's immediate income. By the way, Jake, that's paid weekly. You get those bonuses. Everything in Numis Network is weekly, so every single week you get paid. Now, starting with your 4th representative that you enroll into Numis Network, this person is going to go into something that's called your legacy team. So you can see that I've drawn a dotted line here. And so we're going to start your 4th person, and we're going to draw that person in red. They're going to be on your legacy team. Now, the neat thing about the legacy bonus is this is a coded infinity bonus. And this bonus has never been combined with another bonus that we have, which is our binary residual income. But the legacy bonus,
and that is, to our knowledge, this is the very first time. And again, this compensation plan that Chris is going to describe right here has generated some very, very large checks in the industry. But what we've done is combined it with, in my opinion, the strongest back-end residual compensation plan that's available in the industry as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Absolutely. So the legacy bonus, when you enroll people onto your legacy team, once again, who purchased the Fast Track Collector's Kit, you're going to receive that $100 Fast Track bonus for each person that you enroll that purchases that kit. Now, in addition to that, those 3 people in red here would be on your legacy team. Now, the great thing about having a legacy team is that now you start to receive matching bonuses. So, for example, if this first person on your legacy team goes out and enrolls 3 people, their first 3 people, they're going to make $100 per person. But the nice thing about the legacy team is you are going to make a $100 matching bonus.
Each and every time.
Each and every time. So if this person made $300 in Fast Track bonuses, you would make a matching $300 in Fast Track bonuses. Now, the legacy coded bonus and all of these team members continue to enroll people who are also going to be on your legacy team. So, for example, if these 3 people that are on your legacy team each went out and enrolled 3 people apiece, they would receive $100, and so would you. So this legacy coded bonus continues to go unlimited levels. How's that look, Chris? Okay? All right. So your legacy team continues to grow down unlimited levels, and all of these $100 bonuses you would receive are matching bonuses from people that are on your legacy team. So again, imagine this continuing to go down unlimited levels and then continuing on with anybody else that's on your legacy team. Everybody that they enroll, they receive $100 and you receive a matching $100. So this can generate thousands of dollars in quick start bonuses. And then we also have...
And by the way, let me point out that we have, as you look at this diagram and you see this legacy compensation plan that Chris is talking about, understand that we have reps that generate checks and get into that legacy code there, if you will, within the first week. I mean, it's a lot of reps are generating these $100 matching bonuses in the first 7 to 10 days.
Yeah,
So,
literally it can generate hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, and this is immediate income that can be made in your first couple of weeks or first couple of months. Now, in addition to your legacy team that's over here on the right-hand side, you also have your foundation team, which are your first 3. And we're not going to get into a lot of detail about this tonight, but one of the things I want you to understand is that on your foundation team, your first 3 people that you put in the business, which are usually your friends and your family,
sure.
You can actually make more money on the foundation bonus than you can make from the legacy bonus. So it's actually possible to make more from those first 3 people that you put in.
Which, again, we're not going to go into it tonight, but that is, again, a very unique aspect of what we've done here with this coded payout that we've developed.
Well, yeah, and to, again, as far as I know, because we developed this compensation plan, no one else in the industry has a foundation bonus like we have at Numis Network. So that's the upfront money. That's how you make money immediately. That's how you get compensated immediately. One of the bonuses, actually, we showed you the Fast Start bonus, and we also showed you the Legacy bonus. So that's 2 of the 13 ways that you get paid. What I also want to share with folks is how you make a residual income, how you build long-term residual income in Numis Network by simply enrolling a couple of people. And for our long-term residual income, we use something called the binary compensation plan. And the binary compensation plan is built on the power of 2. So you enroll 2 people, and then you help those 2 people enroll 2 people. Now, the nice thing about the binary compensation plan is that it builds teamwork, and you can actually get help from the people above you. In other words, since you can only enroll 2, everybody else that you enroll after your first 2 go below you. And the same thing applies, by the way, for your upline. So if somebody out there is listening to this for the first time, understand that the people that are enrolling you, or if you're a guest looking at this, your enroller is actually going to be able to help you build your team through our binary compensation plan.
Which is very different from most compensation plans.
And that's one of the things that makes the binary so popular and also makes it so user-friendly or team-friendly is because you can get help from above.
And very simple, too.
And a very simple concept. Now, on the residual side of our compensation plan, you will make 10 to 12% residual compensation on all of the coins that are sold through the Silver Coin of the Month Club in your pay team. And the great thing about the 10 to 12%, that also pays unlimited levels within your pay team. So very simple compensation plan, very straightforward. And those are just three of the ways that you can make money. We have bonus pools that you can participate in from day one that you get involved with Numis Network. We also have leadership bonus pools. As you know, we have
BMW program.
Our silver BMW program. Of course, it must be silver. And then we have our trips. You know, one of the things that Jake and I committed to when we first started the company is that we wanted to have fun. And since we've started the company 2.5 years ago, we've done 6 incentive trips. In January, we're taking over 200 people down to the Caribbean on a 6-day, all expenses paid trip. So we like to have fun and we like to enjoy success with our reps.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, you know, it's kind of refreshing to have a business that you can run on your own and sort of be your own boss. And as I said, I know there's a lot of people in these economies that are hurting, that are suffering, that need extra income, and we just really feel like that the timing for what we have here is absolutely perfect. And as Chris pointed out, it really unlimited income. It's a very simple concept. Again, 13 different ways to generate income. We can't get into all of them tonight, but your host can point you in the direction to learn more about the other ways. But the concept that I want you to take away tonight as it relates to the compensation plan is leverage. Okay, what we offer is an opportunity for you to be leveraged, which, by the way, is the secret of most wealthy people. If you look at any wealthy person you know, they have more than likely figured out a way to create leverage and earn money off the efforts of other people. Now, that's what this type of business, network marketing, offers you. When you have a job and you go to work for someone else, you're trading your time for their money, and it's a linear type income. In this type of business, you have the ability to go out and build a team as large as you want, and as Chris said, make that money over and over and over again, that passive residual income. So it's very exciting, and it's very simple to get started. And for those of you out there that are guests tonight, again, thank you so much for your time, for being here and taking some time out of your family and busy schedules to join us for this presentation. Hopefully, the concept that we have shared with you makes sense. Let me just say this. For whatever reason, if you decide not to join our team, by all means, make sure you get yourself signed up for this Silver Coin of the Month Club and start creating and collecting an asset. And by the way, speaking of such, I'm not even sure, did we hit on the 5-year guarantee?
We didn't.
Let me just say this. By joining our Silver Coin of the Month Club, we've done something that's absolutely unprecedented that no one else in the coin industry or in the network marketing industry has ever offered, and that is a 5-year, 100% buyback guarantee. Now, what does that mean? It means that any coin that you purchase from Numis Network in our Silver Coin of the Month Club, we ask that you hold that coin for 5 years, and if for whatever reason you're not happy with that coin, we'll take it back and pay you 100% of what you paid for it. Now, Chris and I can't sit here and guarantee you that these coins will increase in value, but we can say that we're so confident that they will, that if they don't, we'll buy them back in 5 years at 100% of what you paid for it. Now, if you think about that, we've eliminated the downside. I know you would have liked to have bought some of your real estate with that guarantee in place. I mean, where else can you go and transfer paper assets into any other asset, whether it be precious metals or otherwise, with no downside? That's what the 5-year guarantee offers. So I hope you join our business, and I hope you get excited about this concept with us tonight. But if you don't, by all means, get signed up for that Silver Coin of the Month Club. Now, if you are interested in earning money and you would like to join our team and lock arms with us and go out and build a business, it's very simple to get started. Your host will provide an application like this for you right now, and all you have to do is fill this application out, give us some information, and we'll put you in the system. You'll secure your spot. You're going to get all the business tools that you need to start your business, along with your very first 1-ounce silver coin. You get all the training DVDs. You get all the accessories that come with the Fast Track Collector's Kit. And basically, you're in business. You have 3 websites that are set up for you. and you are in business for under $500, you've secured a spot in the company, and you can go out and actually start making some money. And I know as a very special offer, now we've never done this before, but tonight, to sort of celebrate our very first night of broadcasting live from here at the corporate office, Chris actually came up with the idea of giving you guys, your guests tonight that do decide to join our business tonight, we've got a little special offer for you that Chris is going to tell you about.
Well, you know, Jake, I know we talked about this right before we went on air tonight, that we wanted to do something special because this was the very first night that we had broadcast live from the corporate offices here at Numis Network. So being a night of first, I thought, what more apropos than to have a coin that is a first. And so for those of you that decide to join our business tonight and come on board with us as an executive representative, if you do it by midnight tonight, Pacific time, so they have, what time is it now?
A couple more hours.
Couple more hours, about 3 or 4 more hours to get started. We are going to give you, as a gift of ours, a George Washington, who was obviously our first president. And this 2007 George Washington dollar coin was first minted in 2007 as the first of a series. Obviously, they start with the very first president when they're minting presidential dollars. But the amazing thing is that this is a very good representation of how coins can increase in value over time. You know, Jake, the reality is this is a $1 coin. It's about 4 years old. And in perfect proof 70 condition, this coin sells out there in the marketplace for close to $100. Now, it's a dollar, but it sells for almost $100 in perfect proof condition.
Sure.
And for those of folks that decide to join us tonight, in addition to receiving your perfect MS-70 Silver Eagle, you're also going to receive a perfect George Washington 2007 dollar that, like I said,
just as an added bonus. We've
just
never
an added
done
bonus.
this before. So again, 2 coins valued at over $200 combined for the 2 coins, plus everything you need to start your business. And let me just point out, when you join Numis Network, we set up 3 different websites for you. You have an e-commerce retail website that we set up for you that offers over 200 different coins that you can sell to your friends, family, coworkers. Each time they go to the website and purchase a product, you get paid. We capture the funds. We do the customer service, we do the shipping and handling, and you get paid for doing it. Now, if you just consider what it would cost to set up a website on your own and inventory it and set up the merchant account, set up the inventory and set up the customer service, you know, we've got a complete business here, less than $500 with unlimited potential and all the training and support that you could ever want. And, you know, the great thing about this business, Chris and I talk about this a lot, is when I say we, I'm talking about the corporate office, Chris, myself, all of our leaders in the field cannot be successful unless we help you become successful. So it really is, unlike corporate America where they want to hold you back and they don't want you to take their job, we want to help you and we want to teach you what we know, and that's the way we create more money. So I hope you join our team. With that, what we're going to do is, as I gave out that address earlier, it's live at numisnetwork.com, live at numisnetwork.com. We've actually got a couple of emails that have come in, and we've got a couple of questions that we wanted to address.
The first one that I want to address is coming from California, and it says, you know, I'm a guest here tonight, Jake, and I'm thinking about getting started with my business, and I was wondering, what advice can you give to somebody who's just looking at getting started in Numis Network?
Do it before midnight so you can take advantage of this new coin. No, seriously, first advice would be do it now, do it before midnight, lock in your position. But beyond that, the best advice I can give you is sit down and make a list of contacts of people, you know, friends, family, coworkers. Go to the people that you love and care about first and share this idea with them. And understand that we have a training and a support system in place that you get when you join our team. So I would suggest that you know, number one, do it immediately. Number two, make that list of contacts of who you and your upline support person is going to go out and start talking to, and then plug into the training. You know, what we offer is very much like franchising. And what I mean by that, the reason people purchase franchises is for the brand and for the training and the support and basically the system. That's what you get when you join Numis Network. You get the brand, you get the training, you get the support, you get the system that we've put in place. But yet, unlike a franchise, you don't pay us each time you make a sale. We pay you. So we've got all the positive aspects of a franchise with none of the negative aspects.
You know, one of the things that I would advise anybody that's just getting started in the business, Jake, is to get enrolled in Numis University.
Absolutely.
Numis University is really, I think, a one-of-a-kind training for our industry. It's, you know, to have the level of leadership that we have in our company, like the fantastic group that we have out in Sacramento, California with Dave Lovett and Terry Scallon and Jeremy Scallon and Robert Brewer. I know they have a big crowd out there tonight. We also have in
I did want
Denver,
to point
Colorado.
out some guys in Denver, Jeremy Howe, Tom Murky, and Jordan Schultz. You guys have done a phenomenal job lately. I know you've got a lot of work that you've been putting into building your team, and these guys actually have a challenge that I think they're kicking off tomorrow, and they've opened it up to anybody in the company that wants to be part of it. Really just done a phenomenal job of taking that leadership role, and I think you can learn more about it on Facebook, learn more about this challenge on Facebook, but they've opened it up to anybody in the company.
And that's the amazing thing is the leaders that we have in this company today, that if you decide to join Numis Network, to join folks like Dave Lovett, he's the same thing with his team out in California. I know they've just started a brand new challenge on their team, and we literally have success systems in place for folks where we literally have people jumping on and running this track with us that are having 70% or higher success rates. And one of the things that I like to say, Jake, is that we have what I believe is the first product in network marketing that just by being on the Silver Coin of the Month Club, you're going to be successful.
No question about it.
I mean, it automatically puts you in the top 5% of Americans just being on our club, because as we know, 95% of people retire with no retirement, no savings, nothing put aside. And this is literally, you're putting assets away each and every month that, as you like to say sometimes, if I had to go down to the bank tomorrow and list my assets and my liabilities.
And a financial statement.
A financial statement, your coins are going to definitely be an asset.
And what other product have you ever heard of in the network marketing industry where the product that you market would actually be considered an asset on your financial statement? It's never existed before Numis.
Well, let's take a couple more questions. I also want to recognize Miss Diane Kennedy out in San Diego. She's got a packed house out there. We appreciate Diane and everything that she does at Numis Network. And that's probably one of the things, having Diane on our team, it's probably one of the things that we overlook a lot of times when talking about this opportunity is the huge tax benefits.
We don't have to play CPA anymore, Ken.
I know.
We can just go see Diane and read her book.
That's exactly right. Just read Diane's book. Go and subscribe to her website because she gives unbelievable tax advice. But I think one of the things that she would tell you as a CPA, and I'm not a CPA so I can't give you this advice, but I do know this to be true, is that owning a home-based business is one of the best ways to get tax advantages. Now, what all of those tax advantages are and how much you can write off and all that, that's for you having a CPA like Diane Kennedy to help you with that stuff. But that's one of the things that's often overlooked in this business is that just in tax savings alone, you could probably save enough to pay for your Silver Coin of the Month.
People that have jobs and don't have another business on the side, they oftentimes don't have any tax write-offs. So, we're excited about having Diane on our team, and hello to you guys out there.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. I had one more question here from Don M. in White Oak, Texas. He asked, what data, charts, things do you have to show positive trends in the value of modern issue numismatic coins? And one of the things that we have seen, Don, in the collectibles market, because that's really what our product is here, it's a collectible numismatic coin, is that in the collectible market over the last 3 or 4 years, you've seen almost all collectibles, whether you're looking at not coins, but if you're looking at wine or art or
cars,
things that people collect, almost all collectibles have gone down in value overall. But one of the things that has continued to trend upwards even in a down economy,
Right.
is gold and silver numismatic coins. So the 30 to 40-year history of numismatic coins, you can just go back, you can Google, there'll be plenty of articles and charts and stuff on Google that shares with you the rise in value of those coins. But you can just go to the internet and Google 1986 Silver American Eagle,
Right.
Or Google 1996 American Silver Eagle, or 2001 American Silver Eagle, MS-70s, and see the values of these coins and how much they've gone up over time. And you can see, you can literally draw your own charts and own conclusions. But the greatest thing about what we offer at Numis Network is that we guarantee that you don't have to worry about it ever going down.
Right.
So
With the 5-year
we're
buyback
not going to
guarantee.
guarantee what the results are going to be in the future, but with our 5-year guarantee, you can literally go into this risk-free.
Right. And, you know, it's interesting that you talk about a bad economy and gold and silver is still doing well. I feel like gold and silver does well in a bad economy because, as Chris said earlier, people, it's safety, it's security. When the economy's tough, people want to get themselves into gold and silver. But guess what? When the economies are doing well and everyone's making money and we have, you know, a lot of discretionary income, what do people do? They buy collectibles. So it's really the only product that I know of that actually does well in any economy.
Here's a good one, Jake, and I'm going to, this is from Roland, and he says, what is Numis's vision for the next 5 years and the future?
Well, that's a loaded question. We're gonna continue to build this company as large as we possibly can. I will say this, that Chris and I and myself have every intention of building this into a global billion-dollar company. That's our goal. That's our intention. We know we can do it. There's other companies in the industry that have done it with, I'm not going to say inferior products, but I'll say that they've done it with lots of competition. Let me put it that way. And we've got a product that has a lot of appeal worldwide. You don't have to go to another country and explain gold and silver. You don't have to go to your neighbor and ask them to try it first to see if it, you know, settles their stomach in a bad way or whatever. I mean, gold and silver is understood by everyone worldwide. Everyone wants more of it. We've got an unbelievable infrastructure in place. We have, and you know this to be true, some of the most unbelievable leadership I've ever seen in a company after 2 years. We've got phenomenal leadership in place. We've got social proof that it works. So the next 5 years, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see us expand this company globally around the world, and you'll see us helping lots of people reach financial independence and ultimately build this into a billion-dollar company.
And I think that when you look at our vision as founders of the company, you don't have to look very far in the past to see what we've already done, to see what we're going to do in the future. You know, as a very young company, we expanded from the United States to Canada. In our first 6 months in business, we already had international expansion. And now, as of 2 weeks ago, Jake, we've just opened up the United Kingdom. So we really do have a global vision. This is a product that literally resonates with people in every country,
right,
every race, every religion. People understand gold and silver. So this is a universal product, and we see it as a global opportunity, not just a U.S. opportunity. And I certainly see us as a billion-dollar company in the next 5 years and into the future.
And we are pre-momentum right now, and as I said, the timing to be involved in building those teams is as we speak.
And I think that's it for our questions, Jake. But I tell you, it was a great night here at corporate, being with you and being on our first live broadcast. Guys, again, if you're looking at Numis for the first time as a guest, we encourage you to jump on board, lock in your spot tonight. Get that additional George Washington 2007 coin tonight only. And it's kind of as a special memento to this first broadcast that we've done. Again,
never done it before.
Probably
don't know that we'll ever do it again in
yeah.
the future, but you can take advantage of it tonight if you join us before midnight.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in the future.
Bye-bye.